Hello there. I hope all of you are doing well, and as promised, I'm going to be sharing a couple of videos about the Holy Spirit to help us to know more about Him, but also to help us to prepare ourselves for Pentecost. This coming Sunday we are going to be celebrating Pentecost, and I have been checking that in other places, other websites, they have been sharing with all of us the novena to the Holy Spirit. And thinking about this, I said, I want to share with all of you some other specific aspects about the Holy Spirit, things that you may know but don't remember, and I'm going to remind those specific things about the Holy Spirit, or probably something that you didn't know and now you're going to learn. And I just want to begin to encourage you with these videos that it is a great feast, a great solemnity, great celebration that we have in our church. Because with Pentecost, it marks the beginning officially of the church, the sending of the apostles, full of the Holy Spirit or with the Holy Spirit, to go and bring the good news to all the nations, to go and baptize everyone, as Jesus asked. And to begin with, I want to be sharing with you short thoughts, short content on the Holy Spirit, and everything is going to be taken from here. Catechism of the Catholic Church. This is a great, great book and guidelines, I would say. I would call it the guidelines in our faith. Everything we believe, it's here, explained. So this is a book that if you don't have, probably you should consider to buy it and to have at home. And so here, I will go quickly into the part that speaks about the Holy Spirit. And just to clarify, who's the Holy Spirit? The Holy Spirit is the third person of the Trinity. And the proper name for the third person of the Holy Trinity is the Holy Spirit. That's the proper name. That's how we call it. Although it has other names, other titles. We know Him like the Spirit of Truth, the Advocate, and other names. But we are going to be focusing this. The proper name of the third person of the Holy Trinity is Holy Spirit. And it is very interesting when we go here, it says that this word Spirit, it comes from another word in Hebrew that is ruah, which means breathe. And that makes us to think that the Holy Spirit is the breath of God coming to each one of us to give us newness in life. Knowing this about the Holy Spirit, now I'm going to proceed to the next thing. And it is to tell you that there are some symbols of the Holy Spirit. There are symbols that tell us or show us or help us to recognize the Holy Spirit, the action of the Holy Spirit, and the presence of the Holy Spirit in our lives. The first symbol of the Holy Spirit is water. The water is always going to remind us of the presence and the action of the Holy Spirit. And when we go to this beautiful book, it says that the water signifies the action of the Holy Spirit in the baptism. Remember that in baptism we use the water, and that's what will cleanse us from the original sin. As we say, I baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The water shows us how we can clean ourselves and we can have a new birth in God, our spiritual birth, so we can begin or become sons and daughters of God. That's all for today. Tomorrow and the other days I will continue sharing with you the other symbols of the Holy Spirit. Remember, the first symbol is water. Water is always going to remind us of the action of the Holy Spirit. God bless you all.